Helping us to unpack this, we have Being Pay Fashion Month, the founder, Orile.
Yes.
Interesting name.
I know.
Yeah.
I hear that all the
I'm like,
time.
why didn't you choose Ikoyi or,
Okay. So Orili, because like I said before, Orili and is a Yoruba name. Orili means top of the house.
Top of the house.
Orili means
Wow. Never
headquarters.
thought about it like that.
Exactly. So in this context, Orili means headquarters of Afrofusion food.
Nice.
Yes.
I like it.
So that was the idea behind naming our restaurant.
I know a bit about the area.
Yes.
Really, quite interesting. But looking at the business now, you're a CEO.
Yes, please.
And I love to ask this question, to CEOs that, doing business in Nigeria. What keeps you up at night? Looking at the Nigerian economy, right now, doing business in this environment, and what's helping you sleep?
So what keeps us up at night is the overhead, the constant rise in our overhead. Today, prices keeps going up. And as it is, most suppliers don't have constant price list. Years back, they would say, okay, this is our price list for the month. But that's not the case now. You wake up and your profit margin has shifted by a significant percentage, yes. And that's because prices keeps fluctuating. It's this price today, it's this price tomorrow. And know that in the market women don't care. Whatever price they put their stuff is how much you're going to sell. In the restaurant, however, you can buy a plate of food at this cost today, and then you come tomorrow morning, it's changed, and then the next day it's changed.
Oh, that'll be crazy. Because
exactly.
If I get a plate for 3,000,
yes,
I come back tomorrow, it's 4K. I'm not coming back again.
But best believe that's how it happens in the market. Yes, you wake up, palm oil is 95,000 naira today. The next day is 110,000 naira. Yes, we're at the mercy, so we have to buy. And what that means is that the difference in the actual price yesterday and the selling cost today has already tampered with our profit margin, because we determine selling cost based on our overhead, buying cost of ingredients, and then we mark up. These applies not just to even food costs, overhead, running costs. You get a bill today, diesel price has changed. Or you get a bill today, Loma price has changed. Like across board, we keep getting increase in production prices. It keeps everybody
right.
Up
so that's
at
what
night.
Keeps you up at night. So what's helping you sleep so far?
What's helping us sleep, or me particularly, my business,
you're doing business,
is that we're always going to give quality. And what customers want is quality. They need quality for what they buy. So in as much as we have all of these difficulties behind the scene, as long as we're able to still meet our customers' demands exactly how they want it, it keeps me, it helps me sleep at night. Knowing that whatever the case may be,
right,
we will still get our customers, our loyal customers, and they'll come back.
Right.
Even new ones. Oh, this food is expensive, but it's good. Oh, the portions are great. It tastes very well. That keeps us.
Right. And, we've got descriptions, about food business. They say when everything goes south, food will always sell. Is that still the case?
I would say yes, and I would say no. Food will always sell, but the quantity of food that will sell then gets altered. Say, for instance, I have a purchasing power to buy, to eat out 3 times a day. I might then cut out to eat once a day. Is food selling? Yes. Not as much as it typically would if there's no constant rise in production costs, basically. So yes, it's a yes and no.
And talking about, what the data is showing, food inflation, that's at 21.87%, and this, from the rebased data from the National Bureau of Statistics. Then, looking at the what's contributing to food inflation, we see restaurants and accommodation contribution there year on year 2.60%, and month on month about 0.10%. So definitely we've seen a downtrend when it comes to inflation.
Yes.
But it's still high. It's still double digits at this time, and that's why some people will say when they go to the markets they cannot feel that inflation is really going down, but prices have been quite stable this year, right? Have they been stable?
No.
A couple of months?
No. I would say no. There are other factors, and it depends on the kind of markets you're talking about. For restaurants, we don't deal with raw food items only. Like I mentioned, I spoke about diesel. So if the cost of basic food items go down, other running costs are still constant. And what you buy to cook in the house is totally different from running a restaurant business. So that's where the difference comes in. However, we on our own part, we try to ensure that supply chain is where we then ensure we're not dealing with middlemen. And that way, it cuts out the fact that somebody has marked up a particular percentage that's meant to come to our pocket. That's taken out of the picture. We go straight down to the source. So maybe that reflects a little bit, but don't forget, there are other running costs that hasn't gone down and directly does not affect production costs.
Right.
Yes.
And when you look around Lagos, there are a lot of restaurants in Lagos, and it seems more springing up,
Every day.
planning to come in, and it makes me wonder: is the money really that good? At this point, and looking at some of the restaurants, I see some of them try to concentrate or make sure that the ambience is really nice, so that people will come in there, want to take pictures and just enjoy
The ambience.
the vibes in the restaurant. What is the business really that good?
So the business is good, whichever way you want to look at it.
Right.
Ambience, there's food at home. Let me put it this way, like everybody says. There's food at home. So if I'm going out to buy food or I'm going out to dine, it's for, not basically the ambience. The food has to be great and the ambience has to be good as well.
So you don't make it look beautiful and you're not serving good food.
You won't get customers. People pay for value, not just the ambience. But then again, the ambience always has to be there because it's a plus. People go out, take pictures. And not just Nigeria, it's everywhere in the world. In the industry, people go out, take pictures, want to have a nice time. You're talking about good vibes. If the ambience isn't great, there's no vibe. Yes.
So even if the food is good and the ambience is not so good, you have a problem.
Yes. So there has to be balance. Sometimes customers say, they prefer good food and all that. But to be very honest, they feel more comfortable in a very nice environment because, again, there's food at home. You might as well eat from home or eat at home.
So if you're going into that business, get your ambience straight and make sure the food tastes really good. And maybe
food first, ambience is a plus.
Later. Then maybe customers can like your food so much that they don't mind going to wash their dishes. Remember the stories like that?
Yes.
Yeah, you have Mama Rethink somewhere. You're actually washing your plate.
Just so you
order
get served.
Food. Right.
Yes.
But I know there was also one issue, with restaurants that have really nice, ambience. Most of the time, people just come there and take pictures, and they're not ordering food. They just take the pictures, get the content they want, and they leave. Is that still the trend right now?
To a large extent, people will take advantage of whatever is available. If your food isn't good and the ambience is great, they'll take pictures and go where they can buy good food. However, I do not think any business exists solely for ambience, a restaurant business. So most times there are house rules. Minimum spend.
Minimum spend.
You have a minimum spend, number of hours you can spend. So significantly, you're already going there to spend your money and take pictures in turn, not just to go and take pictures. I don't think any restaurant exists in Lagos to pay bills for ambience. Otherwise, they probably charge for it.
Yeah, they'll tell you to take pictures, spend at least 30K or something.
Exactly.
All right, so, I remember a time, maybe 2020s, 2021, 2022, you're going for fine dining, you want the whole experience and all of that. And you could spend maybe about 40,000 and you'll be well fed.
You have a ball, yes.
But now, we're seeing bills up to 200K just for 2 people. How's demand looking? Is the demand meeting up?
The demand is meeting. I will keep saying this, like you said. There are old restaurants and there are new ones emerging. Trust me, if there's no market for it, you won't have new restaurants emerging. There's market and there's demand for it. You just have to strategize to meet the demand, basically.
Right.
So yes.
So what are you guys doing to reduce those menu costs?
It's really not up to us. We don't have that. We don't have the power to do that. For every business, we want to make sales and make profit through those sales. And one of the ways we ensure prices don't go overboard, just to control, is to monitor the supply chain, because that's the major source. Whatever you get, I mean, it's input and output basically. So once that is sorted, I can say that bit we can control, but overall control, we do not have control over it.
Right. So what are you seeing going forward now for your industry? How is technology, helping you, at this time to, get to your customers, make those sales and make sure you stay in business?
So you know that times have changed, and marketing is not just left to billboards, newspapers, and TV commercials. Yes, there's technology integration. So let me speak about digital marketing. You have your phone, you have a lot of technological equipment here. Digital marketing is it's global. It's not just Nigeria. So everybody has moved from, like I said, newspapers, TV commercials, and the billboards to the digital world, and then you put your best foot forward. Once you put your best foot forward through your adverts, you leverage on that to get customers coming. So that's one way for marketing. Another one is partnerships and collaborations. You find out that businesses are partnering depending on the model of your business. So say, for instance, a Q service restaurant, for a lot of them partner with Chowdeck, Glovo for seamless food service. So you order at the convenience of your office and then it gets delivered to you, as opposed to how it used to be decades ago. Oh, I had to leave work to go get food. That's not a problem. So that helps. Like I said, digital marketing, let me go back to that. So partnerships, collaborations through digital marketing is what works. Depending on the model for my business, for instance, oftentimes to collaborate with influencers that have bigger platforms where our potential customers can see what we have and then come in. We also partner with food bloggers, people who come to review your food and say, oh, we've tested and we've trusted. You can also go do that.
We have tasted and
we've seen, we've experienced, and it's your own turn. So through these means, we're able to take advantage of the technology integration right now to market and reach our customers.
Fantastic. All right, I'll keep my eyes on those, menu prices. I'm praying, they come down, because I like to eat out, sometimes, and just enjoy, the Friday. But we'll keep tracking your industry. Thank you so much. It was great having this conversation.
Thank you for having me too.
Fashion was the founder of Orile
Restaurant.
Yes. I like the name.
Orile Remini.
Orile.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.